So today I'm going to be showing you how to build this mob farm. It's incredibly efficient and it's by far one of the best designs out there currently, so without any further ado, let's get started. So to build this farm, you are going to need a lot of blocks, a lot of slabs, 8 fence gates, 2 chests, 25 hoppers, 24 redstone repeaters, 1 redstone comparator, 3 redstone dust, 11 dispensers, 11 observers, 1 lever, 5 regular buckets, and a lot of water buckets. So to start off with, you're going to want to place 2 chests down right here, then grab your 25 hoppers and build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoppers out, just like so. Make sure all the hoppers are running into each other and the final one is running into the chests, and now just do 2 hoppers out on both sides of those hoppers, and you should end up with a 5x5 area covered with hoppers, just like this. And you want to make sure these ones are facing into the central ones, just like this, and that they all run into the central chest. So yeah, that is the first part complete. Next, you'll need to build 30 blocks up from this hopper right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. You just keep on going until you get to 30 blocks high. Once you've built all the way up, you can then build 2 blocks out from this pillar in every single direction, and then just connect it up just like so. So once you've done that, you should have a 5x5 area with 4 holes in it, and then you just remove everything in the middle, including this whole pillar, but you will need to keep this block in the center, but everything else you can just remove. So just go ahead and get rid of this entire pillar right here. So now from this platform, you'll need to place 10 blocks coming out from the middle. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And on the 10th block, you'll need to place a block above it, just like so. Now place 2 blocks along each side of this one, and basically just fill in the remaining space, just like so, and do the same thing on the other side until you have something that looks like this. Now just place 2 blocks here and 2 blocks here to fill in the gaps, and you should have a platform that's 9 blocks going along with 1 block going up on the 10th one. So now that you have this, you want to replicate the same thing on each side. Okay, so by this point you should have something that looks more or less like this, and next you want to place a block here and another block here, and basically just build diagonally until you reach the other block, and there we go. And once again, you'll need to replicate this on every single side. Next up, you'll need to fill in this hole right here, as this is going to be where the water is flowing across, so we don't want any gaps. And once you've done this, you'll then want to place a row of blocks going along like so, just connecting these 2 sides. And once you've done that, you'll need to do the same thing on every single side. So once you have this, you'll then want to build 1 block up with a slab on top, and you'll want to continue this around the entire perimeter. Now that you've built up the walls, you'll then want to come over here and place 2 blocks coming out, and you'll want to continue this around the entire thing. You'll now need to place water around the entire perimeter, so just make sure that you're placing it on the outmost blocks as I'm doing here, and as you can see, the water will flow directly into the middle. So like I said, just continue the whole thing around the entire perimeter. Okay, so as you can see, all the water is placed and it should all flow directly into the middle, just like this. And so for the next step, you're going to need to place 2 blocks going up from the center with a dispenser on top, and on each side of that dispenser you will need to place a slab, just like so. And for each of these sides you'll need to place 6 slabs going outwards, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you'll need to continue the same thing for the rest of these 3 sides. So once you've done that, you'll then need to place a slab here and another slab here, and once again you'll need to build diagonally until you reach the other side, just like that, and then you can just fill in the rest of the space in the middle so that you've got this all filled in. And once again you'll need to do this for the rest of the sides. You'll now have something that looks like this, and this is one of the platforms where the mobs will be spawning, and we'll need to make more of these. So to do that, you'll need to place 2 blocks on top of the dispenser with another dispenser on top, and then just like last time, you'll need to place slabs on every side of this dispenser. Go 6 more slabs out in each direction, just like this. and once you've done that, you'll then need to fill in the space, just like we've done before, by going diagonally until you reach the other side, and then just fill in the remaining space, and once again just replicate the same thing on every single side, and you'll have yourself another platform. Right, so we now have 2 mob spawning platforms, and just remember to remove the blocks underneath the dispensers every time you add a new platform. So I would recommend building 8 to 10 platforms, but of course you can build as many as you want, so I'll go ahead and build the remaining platforms, and I'll check back once I'm done. So once you're happy with the amount of platforms that you've got, you'll then need to place an observer underneath each platform, just like so. So make sure that it's facing downwards into the next dispenser, just like that, and you'll need to repeat this for the rest of the platforms that you've got. Now that you've done that, go to your first platform and place a water bucket inside the dispenser, just like this, and then head to your second platform, the one just above it, and place a general bucket inside the dispenser and place water on top of the dispenser. And basically you'll want to continue this pattern all the way up for the rest of your platforms, alternating between having a bucket of water in the dispenser and the next one having a normal bucket in the dispenser with some water placed on top. Right, you should now have something that looks more or less like this. So the next step is to go over to the highest platform, place 2 blocks on top of the dispenser, place a dispenser on top of the blocks, then remove the blocks and place an observer underneath the dispenser, facing downwards of course. You can then replace the water that was previously on this dispenser. Now this time, instead of placing a slab on the upper half of the dispenser, you'll need to place it on the lower half of the dispenser, and this is to prevent mobs from spawning on top of this platform right here. So instead of going 6 slabs out, you'll now need to go a total of 20 slabs out, and once again you'll need to continue this around every single side. Now that you've done that, you'll then need to place a slab over here and continue building diagonally until you reach the other side, just like we've done before. It's all the same, and soon enough you should reach the other side and it'll line up quite nicely, like so. So what you can see here, you'll need to then replicate on each of the 3 remaining sides. Now that you have this, you'll then need to fill in all of the space on this entire platform. So to start off by filling in one of the corners, and then do the same for the remaining corners. So now that you have a platform that looks like this, you'll then need to come over to the dispenser and place 7 slabs going out in this direction and 6 slabs in this direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just like this, and then replicate the same thing along just behind the dispenser. So you've got a 2 wide area that's 7 blocks along in this direction and 6 blocks long in this direction, just like so. Now go over this side of the dispenser and place a block right here with a lever on the side. Then place a comparator in front of that block with a redstone dust next to it, and then go all the way over to here and place 2 redstone dust, just like that. Then grab your repeaters and basically place up repeaters going all the way along until they join up to the redstone on this side, and do the same in the opposite direction on this side, making sure it goes over the dispenser just like so, and that it joins up to this redstone dust on this side. You'll now need to set all of these repeaters to 4 ticks, so that's every single repeater here. Just go along and set every single one of them to 4 ticks, and it'll need to be this way, otherwise the farm will not work and this will not act as a circuit. It will just be either on or off, so just make sure that you've set every single one of them to 4 ticks, and that is that complete. The last step is to add fence gates around the hole, which the mobs will then fall down to land on the hoppers. So to do that, just place blocks all around the hole right here, and then place fence gates like so, and then 3 along each of the other sides just like this. And basically what the fence gates will do is they will just prevent mobs from occasionally getting stuck on the edges, which can happen. So once you place the fence gates down, just remove the blocks that they were placed on, and that is that complete. So all you need to do now is right click this comparator and then flick this lever, and your farm will now be up and running. So at this point I recommend going AFK about 120 blocks above the ground, preferably right above this farm, as you won't be loading in any cave systems and all the mobs that will be spawning in this farm. Okay, so as you can see, mobs are starting to spawn on these platforms right here, so I think we'll go AFK for a little bit and we'll see just how many items this farm can produce. So, after about 10 minutes of being AFK, this is what this farm has managed to produce. Quite a lot of items, I would say. This thing works extremely efficiently. But anyway, that'll just about do it for today's video, so if you did enjoy it, then be sure to leave a comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!